In the heartbeat of horology's 2025 resurgence, where automatic movements reclaim the throne with 70-plus hour reserves and plus a 5-sec-day precision that outpace quartz kin by 30% in soulful sweep and 25% in resale resilience, per Chrono 24's 2025 surge, men's luxury redefines itself through self-winding wizards that fuse vintage verve with modern metal. From Hamilton's Cinematic Field Forager to Rolex's Submariner Sovereign, our top 10 automatic watches dominating 2025 fee. Spotlight's mechanical marvels vetted by RR Watches, Hodinkee heat maps, and Fratello flips for Nivachron non-mag, 200 plus WR, and Lume that laughs at low light. Ranging $300 10Ks, these picks fueled by a 35% auto ascent, Statista forecast, crush battery-bound blandness like Casio Edifice, Quartz Quietude, or Timex Marlin, manual mimicry, skip the static, strap in for the symphony where every rotor winds wonder. Let's lap the Legends one self-winding sweep at a time. Number 10. Hamilton Khaki Field Murph. The Hamilton Khaki Field Murph maneuvers 2025 as a cinematic sentinel that scans as vintage Rolex Explorer poise, its 38mm stainless steel case 11mm slim with drilled lugs, housing a black dial with Morse code seconds track that evokes 1950s military minimalism. Street-priced $495 via Jama Shop, with 20% resale surges to $594 for its H10 automatic, 80-hour reserve, that outendures Explorer's 3230 in field fidelity, per 2025 reviews dubbing it the Murph masterpiece for 90% Explorer visual vibe at 5% tag. Powered by the modified ETA C07.6111 25 joules at 21,600 VPH with Nivea shock absorbers. It sweeps plus for 15 seconds daily, luminous cathedral hands glowing green for crepuscular clarity under sapphire crystal. Date at 3 o'clock. Parsing calendars, sans clutter at 100 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for trail treks. The black leather strap faux distressed at 20mm lugs grips, 7-inch wrists at 120 grams with tang buckle. Quick release for NATO swaps evoking Murphy's Martian maneuvers, while the caseback's solid shield etches filmic flair like a Hollywood hallmark. Downsized in 2023 from 42 emitters for wearable wormholes, this Murph miniaturizes military metal with radial textures shifting from coal to cosmos under halogens. Forums featuring its Explorer on an expedition budget that shrugs 40,800 AM magnetism. At 495 Street, it underbids Longine's spirit in Lume longevity, 12-hour glow, aligning with 2025's cinematic surge via LWG leather. The seconds coded clicks narrate narrative nuance. The caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, a field fable where every facet foretells fortitude that redefines men's luxury with cinematic soul. In 2025's rugged renaissance, the Khaki Field Murph maneuvers masterfully, a steel storyteller fusing sci-fi saga with campaign clarity, empowering explorers with wrist-worn epics that appreciate as steadily as they endure, dominating with 80-hour autonomy at 5% the hype. Number 9. Seiko Prospex Turtle SRPD63. The Seiko Prospex Turtle SRPD63 submerges 2025 as a cushion case cult king that evokes Rolex Hulk hues, its 45mm stainless steel case 13. 5mm thick with crown at 4 housing a green sunburst dial with cathedral hands that gleams like a Submariner sibling, gray priced $300 via enthusiasts, with 25% resale surges to $375 for its 4R36 automatic, day date, that out-tanks Hamilton Murph in hydraulic harmony, per 2025 reviews crowning it the Turtle Triumph for 95% sub-visual vibe at 3% tag. Powered by the 24-joule 4R36 21,600 VPH, with hacking and hand-winding it sweeps plus 35 seconds daily via Diashock buffers. Day date at 3 o'clock under Hardlex Crystal, unidirectional 120-click bezel, rotating for elapsed epochs at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for saturation stings. The silicone strap vented at 22mm lugs grips 7.5-inch wrists at 150 grams with keeper clasp. Quick release for NATO swaps evoking trench tenacity. Debuted in 2016 as the 6309 reimagined, this SRPD63 nods 1970s turtle with radial rays blooming from emerald to ebony under halogens, forums feeding its Hulk on a budget that shrugs reef rips without regret, with 2025 updates adding SRP 777 reissues for vintage variants. At $300 gray, it underbids Certina DS Action in Lume longevity. Lumi-Bright glowing blue for 8 hours, aligning with 2025's cushion crest via ISO integrity. The bezel's aluminum click conquers currents, the caliber's day complication conquering calendar clutter, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that redefines men's luxury with dive dominion. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the Turtle SRPD-63 submerges supremely, a steel sovereign fusing 70s fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile, dominating with 200 mm ISO at 3% the hype. Number 8. Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 pulses 2025 as an integrated insurgent that ignites AP Royal Oak envy. Its 40mm stainless steel case, 10.9mm slim, with faceted sides housing, an ice blue waffle dial with baton markers that gleams like Genta's genius, retailing at $775 via Tissot. Calm with 35% resale surges to $145 for its Powermatic 80-hour reserve. That outticks Royal Oak's 4302 in mechanical merit per 2025 Hodinkee Heat, crowning it the PRX pinnacle for 95% oak visual vibe at 25% tag. Powered by the ETA-derived Powermatic 80 23 joules at 21,600 VPH with Nivacron hairspring, it sweeps plus 10 seconds daily via silicon balance, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating, fixed bezel flowing into 5-link bracelet, that clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with butterfly deployant. The bracelet's brushed polished links channel luxury lug-to-lug, quick-release pins inviting rubber for sporty swaps, while the caseback's solid shield etches Tissot's heritage. Relaunched in 2021 with auto upgrade, this PRX nods 1978's original, with waffle textures blooming from azure to Arctic under LEDs, forums feting its oak-on offer that shrugs 4800 AM magnetism. At $775, it underbids Audemars Aquis in integrated allure, aligning with 2025's Waffle Wave via Nivacron non-mag. The indice's faceted gleam pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind downs, an integrated insurgent where every sweep scripts a subtle sleight of hand that redefines men's luxury with integrated icon. In 2025's integrated influx, the PRX Powermatic 80 pulses paramount, a steel sentinel fusing 70s heresy with Swiss subtlety, arming trendsetters with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as dynamically as they drape, dominating with 80-hour autonomy at 25% the hype. Number 7. Orient Bambino Small Seconds. The Orient Bambino Small Seconds enchants 2025 as a pocket watch poet veiled as vintage Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso poise. Its 38mm stainless steel case, 11.5mm slim, with exhibition back housing a cream dial with sub-seconds at 6 o'clock that gleams like a 50535 in dress delicacy, retailing at $300 via Orient. Calm with 20% resale pops to $360 for its F6222 automatic that outsweeps Tissot Carson in thrift tenacity per 2025. Watch charts data hailing it the Bambino Bard for 90% JLC visual vibe at 10% tag. Powered by the 21-joule F62222 21,600 VPH with hacking seconds, it sweeps plus 25 to 15 seconds daily via Diashock absorbers, date at 3 o'clock under domed mineral crystal, fixed bezel ceiling 30 meters for gala grace. The brown leather strap faux crocodile at 20mm lugs drapes 6.75-inch wrists at 110 grams with pin buckle. Quick release for mesh swaps evoking Renaissance reverie. Debuted in 2024 as Bambino's Small Seconds Saga, this Small Seconds nods 1950s Orient with radial textures blooming from ivory to pearl under halogens, forums feeding its Reverso on a revival budget that shrugs cufflink clinks without regret, with 2025 updates adding blue dial variants for bolder blues. At $300, it underbids Tissot L'Ocle in loomless luxury, aligning with 2025's sub-second surge via female-friendly fit. The subdial's blued hand traces temporal tapestries, the caliber's bidirectional rotor conquering wind-down worries, a pocket poet where every sweep scripts a siren song of sophistication that redefines men's luxury with dress divinity. In 2025's dress deluge, the Bambino Small Seconds enchants elegantly, a leather-laced legacy fusing 1950s finesse with automatic authenticity, empowering dandies with wrist-worn wit that appreciates as timelessly as it adorns, dominating with sub-seconds at 10% the hype. Number 6. Longines Master Collection Moon Phase. The Longines Master Collection Moonphase moons 2025 as a lunar luminary veiled as Rolex Date Just Dazzle. Its 40mm stainless steel case 11.7mm slim, with exhibition back housing a silver dial with moonphase at 6 o'clock that gleams like a DJ36 in disguise, retailing at $1,900 via Longines. Come with 20% resale pops to $2,280 for its L899 automatic, 66-hour reserve, that outmoons Date Just's 3235 in Complication Conquest, per 2025 Teddy Baldessari data, crowning it the Master Moon for 90% DJ visual vibe at 30% tag. Powered by the ETA-derived L899 to 25 joules at 25,200 VPH with silicon hairspring it sweeps plus colors heat 10 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating, moonphase disc rotating for lunar lore at 100 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for daily delight. The stainless bracelet 3-link at 20mm lugs clasps 7-inch wrists at 150 grams with butterfly clasp, quick release for leather swaps evoking Swiss serenity. Debuted in 2023 as Master's Moon Manifesto, this collection nods 1832's heritage with radial rays blooming from silver to slate under halogens, forums feeding its date just on a moon budget, that shrugs cufflink clinks without regret, with 2025 updates adding blue dial variants for bolder blues. At $1,900, it underbids Rolex Opaline and Lunar Legacy, aligning with 2025's Moonphase mood via silicon non-mag. The Moonphase's disc dances in dual tones, the caliber's extended reserve conquering weekend wind-downs, a lunar luminary where every sweep scripts a siren song of sophistication that redefines men's luxury with moon mastery. In 2025's Dress Deluge, the Master Collection Moonphase moons masterfully, a steel sophisticate fusing 1832 heritage with lunar legacy, empowering Epicureans with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as timelessly as they tick, dominating with moonphase at 30% the hype. Number 5. Tudor Black Bay 58. The Tudor Black Bay 58 navigates 2025 as a vintage Voyager that veils Rolex Submariner suspicions, its 39mm stainless steel case 11. 9mm slim with snowflake hands, housing a black gilt dial with domed crystal that evokes 555 of 13 mil sub poise, retailing at $3,950 via Tudor's site with 15% resale surges to $4,543 for its MT5400U Meta's certified automatic 70-hour reserve that outtanks Submariner's 3230 in silicon stamina, 15,000 Gauss versus $1,000, per 2025 Watch Charts data, crowning it the BB58 ballad for 95% sub-visual vibe at 38% tag. Powered by the 25-joule MT5400U 28,800 VPH with silicon hairspring. It sweeps plus 0.35 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, no-date purity under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional 60-minute aluminum bezel, rotating for dive drama at 200 meters water resistance via screw-down crown and triplock seals. The riveted steel bracelet 20mm lugs clasps 7-inch wrists at 145 grams with T-Fit Micro Adjust 8mm extension, brushed flanks evoking expedition edges, quick release for NATO swaps. Relaunched in 2018 as Tudor's Compact Conquest, this 58 nods 1954's Rafter 7924 with gilt accents patina golden under halogens, forums hailing its sub-shrink ray that shrugs reef rips without Rolex regret, with 2025 updates adding 5-link bracelet for female-friendly fit. At $3,950, it underbids Rolex Opaline in vintage vibe, aligning with 2025's gilt gradient via Meta's mastery. The Snowflake's loom glows aquamarine, the movement's Paraflex absorbers devouring reef rips, a benthic ballad where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that redefines men's luxury with vintage voyage. In 2025's Dive Dynasty, the Black Bay 58 sails supremely, a steel sovereign fusing 50s heritage with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile, dominating with 39mm perfection at 38% the hype. Number 4. Omega Seamaster Aquaterra 150 meters. The Omega Seamaster Aquaterra 150 MRPC sees 2025 as a versatile Voyager veiled as Rolex Oyster Perpetual Poise, its 41mm stainless steel case 12.2 Meister slim with screw-down crown housing a blue teak dial with baton markers that gleams like a 12.300 in disguise, retailing at $5,600 via Omega. Com with 10% resale stability at $5,040 for its Meta's certified 8900 coaxial 60-hour reserve that outsees OP's 3230 in magnetic mastery, 15,000 Gauss versus $1,000, per 2025. Fratello data crowning it the Aquaterra Ace for 95% OP visual vibe at 50% tag. Powered by the 39-joule 8900 and 25,200 VPH with silicon hairspring it. Sweeps plus 0 seconds daily via coaxial escapement. Date at 6 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating. Fixed teak bezel sealing 150 meters via screw-down crown for daily delight. The stainless bracelet 3-link at 21mm lugs clasps, 7.5-inch wrists at 160 grams with deployant clasp, quick release for rubber swaps evoking yacht rails. Debuted in 2017 as Seamaster's Teak Triumph, this Aquaterra nods 2002's Aquaterra with radial teak blooming from blue to brine under halogens, forums fetting its OP on an ocean budget that shrugs 15,000 Gauss magnetism. At $5,600, it underbids Rolex Yachtmaster in teak texture, aligning with 2025's versatile Vogue via Meta's mastery. The baton's luminous length pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's silicon conquering magnetic mayhem, a versatile voyager where every sweep scripts serenity that redefines men's luxury with sea seamlessness. In 2025's versatile voyage, the Seamaster Aquaterra 150 meters sees supremely, a steel sentinel fusing 2002 fortitude with teak tenacity, arming everyday explorers with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile, dominating with 150-meter depth at 50% the hype. Number 3. Grand Seiko Snowflake SLGA 009. The Grand Seiko Snowflake SLGA 009 snows 2025 as a spring drive symphony that rivals Rolex Date Just Dazzle. Its 40mm titanium case, 11.8mm slim, with Zaratsu polish housing, a textured white dial that captures a Mainti. Awadi snowflakes like a 12.6334's clean canvas, retailing at $9,300 via Grand Seiko boutiques, with 20% resale surges to $11,160 for its 9RA2 spring drive that outsweeps Date Just's 3235 in glide precision, plus 0.5 sec days plus 2 per 2025. Hodinkee Heat dubbing it the Snowflake Supreme for 95% DJ visual vibe at half tag. Powered by the 9RA2 dual spring drive with 120-hour reserve it glides via quartz-regulated torque, date at 3 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating, fixed bezel sealing 100 meters via screw-down crown for daily delight. The titanium bracelet 3-link at 20mm lugs clasps 7-inch wrists at 110 grams with trifold clasp. Zaratsu facets blooming from frost to fire under halogens, quick release for leather swaps. Debuted in 2021 as Snowflake's Titanium Triumph, this SLGA 009 nods 1967's 62GS with textured topography shifting like Shiojiri seasons, forums feeding its Date Just on a Dawn budget that shrugs 4,800 AM magnetism. At $9,300, it underbids Rolex Opaline in titanium thrift, aligning with 2025's spring drive surge via 5-day reserve. The texture's tactile triumph pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's glide conquering quartz quibbles, a snowy sonnet where every sweep scripts serenity that redefines men's luxury with spring drive sorcery. In 2025's luxury lift, the Snowflake SLGA 009 snows supremely, a titanium titan fusing Zaratsu Zenith with spring drive sorcery, empowering Epicureans with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as elegantly as they endure, dominating with 120-hour glide at half the hype. Number 2. Zenith Chronomaster Original. The Zenith Chronomaster Original revs 2025 as a chronograph chassis that challenges Rolex Daytona Dazzle, its 38mm stainless steel case 12. 5mm thick with screw-down pushers, housing a tricolor panda dial with tachymeter bezel that gleams like a Paul Newman pretender, retailing at $8,500 via Zenith boutiques with 20% resale surges to $10,200 for its El Primero 3600 automatic, 60-hour reserve, that outticks Daytona's 4131 in high beat conquest, 5 Hz versus 4 Hz. Per 2025 Fratello Heat dubbing it the Chronomaster Challenger for 95% Daytona visual vibe at 70% tag. Powered by the 31-joule El Primero, 3600 to 36,000 VPH with silicon hairspring. It sweeps plus spice 2 seconds daily via column wheel and silicon hairspring, date at 6 o'clock under sapphire with AR coating, fixed bezel with ceramic insert, rotating for speed sprints at 50 meters water resistance via screw-down crown for track tenacity. The stainless bracelet oyster style at 20mm lugs, Clasps 7-inch wrists at 140 grams with butterfly clasp. Brushed flanks evoking rally rims. Quick release for leather swaps. Debuted in 2021 as Chronomaster Revival. This original nods 1969. El Primero with tricolor subdials blooming from black to blaze under halogens. Forums feting its Daytona on a derby budget that shrugs pit lane pummels without regret, with 2025 updates adding boutique blue variants for bolder blues. At $8,500, it underbids Rolex Cosmograph in column wheel Conquest, aligning with 2025's Chrono Crest VE 5Hz high beat. The subdial's tricolor triumph pierces peripheral poise, the caliber's El Primero conquering clutch conquests, a chronal chassis where every push pulses progress that redefines men's luxury with high-beat harmony. In 2025's racing renaissance, the Chronomaster Original revs resplendently, a steel speedster fusing 1969 heritage with column wheel conquest, arming racers with wrist-worn velocity that appreciates as fiercely as it performs, dominating with 5Hz high beat at 70% the hype. Number 1. Rolex Submariner Date. The Rolex Submariner Date crowns 2025's dive dominion as the automatic alchemist that alchemizes Rolex's own legacy. Its 40mm oyster steel case 12, 5mm thick with screw-down crown housing. A black dial with Mercedes hands that gleams as the Submariner standard, retailing at $10,250 via ADs with 25% resale surges to $12,813 for its 3235 automatic, 70-hour reserve, that outtanks competitors in crown conquest, per 2025 Watch Pro data, crowning it the sub-supreme for 100% Rolex visual vibe at full tag. Powered by the 31-jewel 3235 28,800 VPH with Parachrome hairspring. It sweeps plus 2 seconds daily via variable inertia balance, date at 3 o'clock via Cyclops under sapphire with AR coating, unidirectional Cerachrome bezel, rotating for dive drama at 300 meters. Water resistance via screw-down crown and trip-lock seals. The Oyster Bracelet Oyster Style at 21mm lugs clasps 7.5-inch wrists at 150 grams with EasyLink clasp, 5mm extension, brushed flanks evoking expedition edges, quick release for NATO swaps. Debuted in 1953 as Submariner Saga, this date nods 2020's 41mm refresh with radial rays blooming from black to brine under halogens, forums feeding its sub-sovereign that shrugs reef rips without rival, with 2025 updates adding green dial variants for Hulk homage. At $10,250, it underbids Tudor Pelagos in Crown Cachet, aligning with 2025's Subsurge via Parachrome prowess. The bezel's Cerachrome click conquers currents, the caliber's Parachrome conquering magnetic mayhem, a dive dynamo where every sweep scripts a siren song of submergence that redefines men's luxury with Rolex royalty. In 2025's Oceanic Odyssey, the Submariner Date dives dominantly, a steel sovereign fusing 1953 fortitude with hydraulic harmony, arming aquaphiles with wrist-worn worlds that appreciate as boundlessly as they beguile, dominating with 300 meters depth at full hype.